Hi there, Prairie Plantgirl here. Well, it's the beginning of November, and as you can see, we're under snow again. I've lost track. I think this is maybe our fourth or fifth snow that we've had that's stuck around. As you can see, it's not real deep yet, and it's melting, so it should be disappearing soon. But it's just the way it goes. Usually we would be, in maybe our second snowfall. We had a really snowy October, but I thought I'd give you a little look at what isn't happening here in the garden right now and what my plans are, I guess. So these are the garden beds. They've all been emptied out. There's absolutely nothing left growing in any of these beds anymore, in my raised beds. I've done my best to gather up leaves. You can't really tell with the snow, but pretty much every bed now has a covering of leaves or partially finished compost on them. And then I've taken and I've just put, I have some old windows, plexiglass, plastic, cardboard. In fact, I have some more cardboard because some of them aren't done. So I'm gonna go put that on, and that just helps to keep the leaves and things from blowing around. And now that I have this dog, keeps him from scrounging around in any bits of compost that I might have there. So I'm gonna get some cardboard put on one of these beds here. Two of them actually. These two on the end aren't quite finished. I do have garlic planted in the very end of that final bed. The dog's in front of there. But I'm going to get that done, cover those up, and right now while the snow's wet and melty, I think is a good time because that'll help keep the cardboard wet and keep it from wanting to get around. I'll put some stuff on it to keep it down. So I'm going to get that done. Okay, so I got a couple, that bed is all covered now on the right there, and then that one's, I still need to get a bit more cardboard to get that one covered up, but now that it's so wet, it's not as much of an issue as it was before anyways. Looks like I have some plastic to fix on the bed there too. I don't know if you can see it's pulled up. And then I have huge stockpile of leaves back there, so those will get used. Some of that will just be broken down to leaf mold, and then some of it will be used to add to my compost next year to help give me that carbon that I need and get things going. So it's nice to be able to stockpile them in the fall and then have them throughout the summer to use. I also have the taller compost bin is full of leaves as well. And the other one's just waiting, and I'll just be putting kitchen scraps in and then alternating that with some of the leaves out of the brown bin as long as I can into that, or not brown bin, the tall bin. As long as I can into the little bit shorter bin. It's actually a bigger bin though. And that'll be what I do for my compost over the winter. It won't do a whole lot over the winter. It just gets much too cold, especially as we get into like January and February. We see a lot of like -30, -40 Celsius in those months, so won't do anything then for sure, but at least get the layers in there so that when it warms up again in the spring, it's ready and going. And then I have at the end there, I don't know if you can tell the pallets there, that is full of garden waste and cuttings and things that I've taken out of the flower beds. And that'll just slowly break down again, and that's just a kind of a cold compost. It just sits, and probably by the end of next summer I'll dump it out and see what I can get out of it. But it's more just a cold compost just to get things out of my way and be able to use them eventually. Well, it seems we're getting some sort of I don't know if you can see this little tiny hard snow coming down now again. So maybe the melting is about to stop and we're getting back into freezing. But just thought I'd give you a little look at what's going on here. It's pretty quiet this time of year outside. Not a lot to do. I've got as much as I want to get cleaned up out of the perennial beds. Got my garden furniture put away. Most of it goes indoors. Just don't want to risk having it wrecked from either the cold weather and the freezing and thawing, or the squirrels and mice and things getting in there and nesting in it. So just gets put away. Rain barrels are emptied and turned over. So that's November in my garden. Thought I'd show you this real quick too. It doesn't look like anything but a pile of snow, but I actually bought at the end of the season for, I think they were $20 each, regular $40, a couple of hydrangeas. Put them in the ground. That was in late August, early September, I think. The thing with these hydrangeas is, though, they're actually, the one I know for sure, I can't remember the name offhand, Twist and Shout maybe, I might have that wrong, is a zone 5. The other one was unlabeled. I think it's an arborescens, but I'm not sure. But so I've piled leaves, dry leaves up around them, covered them with a couple of burlap sacks and some row cover, and then as soon as we get snow, I came in, I took it off of this deck here and patio, and I covered it up on here to just give them some extra insulation. So I have no idea if they're going to survive, but I thought it was worth a try to just see if we could get them to overwinter here. Like I said, the one kind might be hardy. I don't know if the other kind is outside my growing zone. I'm zone 3 here, but so be interesting to see come spring if those come back for me or not.